Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a reading focused on the Divine Masculine today. And this particular reading, if you're tuned in, will focus on the masculine perspective from a male standpoint. Divine Masculine energy can be male or female, but this time around, focusing on a Divine Masculine, taking it from the male perspective. So I'll be using these 3 decks here. The Divine Masculine Revelations deck by Mystic Moon, and 2 of my own, Words of Wisdom, Real Talk with Him, and the Thinking Man Oracle to give us some insight as to what the masculine is thinking. I'll be pulling several scenarios here, so I will timestamp these down below in the description box. And if I do remember, I will timestamp them as well in the comments section. If you don't see it in the comments section, check the description of the video. All right, so let's get into it, guys. General advice, as always, starting with the Divine Masculine Revelations deck, and we will clarify everything with tarot messages. All right, here we go. So for those of you who have chosen number 1 as the message for your masculine, let's go ahead and take a look and see what that energy looks like. And if it does not resonate with you with these time-stamped readings, you're always more than welcome to watch the whole thing or choose another. Okay? Here we go, guys. Number 1. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the masculine. Where is this masculine at on this journey in the connection? Searching. I'm still trying to find myself. All right, so let's go ahead and grab one from the Real Talk with Him deck. Grab some words to go along with that in addition to this. Ooh, we have 2. We'll take them. All right, I want you to be the mother of my children. Some of you guys could already have children together. This one says, sometimes what makes him a great lover has nothing to do with what goes on in the bedroom. It's what he does outside of it. All right, so maybe this particular person, they weren't able to show up for you, Divine Feminine, outside of the bedroom. So the intimate moments, the physical connection, all of that could have been great and fantastic, but when it really mattered, maybe they dropped the ball somewhere. All right, so let's grab one more dialogue message from the Thinking Man Oracle for number 1, for those of you who chose this one. So you guys are in separation. They're kind of soul searching right now. Maybe that's something that you're doing too, Divine Feminine. And then we've got this one coming through. If you ever feel lonely and alone, just know that in spirit, I'm right there with you, loving you, holding you close to me. So what I gather from that with this particular set of cards, Divine Feminine, is that you might have a masculine who's still soul searching. They're trying to find themselves. They're not with you. Maybe you're left to raise your children if you guys have either a child or children together. You know, maybe you feel like your masculine left you out in the cold to kind of do everything in this partnership. And they're telling you here, especially during those moments when you are feeling lost and alone because they're not with you, that they're with you in spirit. But, you know, sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes we need somebody to show up for us in the 3D. And I have a feeling with this scenario, that is lacking. So let's grab some tarot. I'll start with my Luna Tarot for this one. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who chose number 1 as your message for the Divine Masculine. There's separation here. There's a family dynamic that's represented here. 9 of Cups is actually a beautiful card, wish manifestation. That's followed by the King of Pentacles. For some of you guys, maybe your masculine could be an earth sign, okay? Specifically Virgo with the King of Pentacles. We do have the Ace of Wands. So some pretty positive tarot messages, I feel, for number 1. Maybe this masculine is really focusing on what it is that they need to do to be able to manifest this wish with you, to come back together with you. They still see the potential, perhaps, in the relationship. Maybe they are soul searching or working to be able to come towards you as this King of Pentacles. Maybe they're also working on their career, making a name for themselves. Maybe their finances aren't the best and they're working on that. King of Pentacles is somebody who tends to be very abundant and very prosperous. very giving, very generous. They are the type who really can come into your life and sweep you off your feet. You know, you could fall madly in love with this masculine. And this is somebody who really is going to stick around for the long haul. But these are things that perhaps are not a reality for this scenario at this point in time. And then we do have the Eight of Swords, which is more of a mental imprisonment type energy. And I kind of feel that for this masculine, you know, that they weren't able to show up for you the way they needed to, and they know that. And they could also be feeling very lonely and alone without you, Divine Feminine. But it's clearly indicated here that they still love you. We do have the Lovers card. Some of you could also be dealing with a Gemini specifically. So this is all about choices and decisions with the Lovers card, especially when it comes to the romantic connection. And maybe they feel like they made the wrong choices. They weren't very smart with their choices before, and that affected not only the relationship, but it affected the family if you guys already had a family together. This right here is an indication that the love is there, the attraction is there, the sexual chemistry, it's there. We see that here. But it's what they did outside of that physical connection that needed to be addressed and worked through. And I feel, Divine Feminine, if maybe you give this a little bit more time for your masculine to come towards you as this King of Pentacles, you might just be surprised that it can still work itself out. They want that new beginning with you. They want to be able to still create a life with you. And if you're willing to give them that chance, maybe this is one of those situations where it can work out, as long as this masculine is able to come towards you with the best of intentions and without any drama attached to it. Because sometimes the Lovers card could also be an indication of a third-party situation. Okay, so I'll leave number 1 right there. Hopefully that makes sense for some of you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and grab another batch of cards here. So we'll grab another card from the Divine Masculine Revelation. So if you chose number 2, let's see where this masculine is at. Angels and spirit guides, please, for number 2. We have curious. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. Right off the bat, we see you guys are not together. If they're looking you up online, you guys are not together. All right, so let's grab a card from the Real Talk with Him deck. What does your masculine need you to know right now for number 2? For number 2, angels and spirit guides, please. 2 cards again. All right, I'm sorry. I've had a change of heart. You're the only one in my heart forever and always. So we have a masculine here. Perhaps at one point in time they couldn't make up their mind, or as it says, they changed their mind. They had a change of heart about the connection. And it's almost like the moment they did that, or once you guys went into separation, they regretted it, and now realizing you're the only one that they want. And you might have definitely set them straight, Divine Feminine. You might have even cut them out of your life, letting them know it's like, look, I'm not an option. You need to decide what it is that you want. Maybe you told them, you know what, no, we're done. And so all they've got is this opportunity to maybe look you up online to see whether you've moved on. Are you with somebody else? You know, just wondering where your life is at. All right, so we've got a masculine, I feel here, who's got some regrets. They changed their mind. They might have ended the relationship, and now they regret it. That's what I'm feeling here. Okay, let's grab a card from the Thinking Man Oracle. What else for number 2? This one says we tried, okay? But I have a feeling they didn't try hard enough, especially if they decided to end things or went in a different direction. All right, so let's see what else we can find out here for number 2. I'll pull from my Tarot Teacher, the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, for number 2, focusing on the Divine Masculine. So now they realize you're the only one in their heart forever and always. They still want you, Divine Feminine, but maybe you no longer want this masculine, or you're going to make them work for it, as you should. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this masculine is telling you that they're willing to work hard to be able to achieve at least their goal of wanting to be back in your life. But look at what's next. Look at what is next. The Tower, followed by the Five of Cups. So yeah, they're feeling very sad and disappointed. The regrets right here with the Five of Cups, that they created this Tower moment. It was because of this masculine that there was a lost foundation that resulted in a separation. But now look at this. They are coming in with the energy of this King of Cups. This is someone who's caring, very loving, emotionally balanced. Maybe during this time apart, they've worked on themselves and they now realize you're the one that they want, Divine Feminine, that they are ready to offer their cup of love to you. They're clearly focused on the memories here that you guys have shared. They want a reunion. Look at this. You now have the Four of Wands. This can be a reunion for number 2. But it can only happen if the Divine Feminine is open to it. Otherwise, this masculine is going to run into a blockage as far as creating a reunion in the 3D. You know, right now, they're definitely very focused on the memories that you guys have shared. They're missing you. They're thinking about you. So it's not impossible that you guys can get back together, but it comes down to two people who work together in this partnership. You know, it's not enough to say, oh, well, we tried and we failed. No, it's one of those things where they have to try way harder than how they tried before, because this right here can reestablish or actually build a much stronger foundation that this Tower knocked down. You know, so this gives you guys the opportunity to rebuild and to create a much stronger foundation for the relationship. For some of you guys, this could be a twin flame connection that's in separation right now. So there could be a future reconciliation. There could even be future marriage for some of you guys. Happier times ahead with that Four of Wands. This represents a very happy energy, harmony restored in the relationship. All of these things can happen, but only if the Divine Feminine allows it to happen. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to keep looking you up online and maybe living your best life without them. It could be their loss if you don't allow them to come back. All right, so that's what I'm getting for number 2. All right, so let's move on to the next one. If you chose number 3, let's grab some advice. Angels and spirit guides, please, for scenario number 3. What's going on with the Divine Masculine here? Craving. The thought of you still does things to me. All right, so the desire is still there. Let's go ahead and grab a card from the Real Talk with Him. But we've been getting 2 cards. Maybe 2 cards will come up for this one too. We'll see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for number 3. All right, just 1 for number 3. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It was just sex, nothing more. And the small writing here, I know it's hard to see, but it says, at least that's the lie I'm trying to convince myself with. And as you can see here, they are desiring you. They are craving you. This is BS right here. It wasn't just sex. It wasn't just those intimate moments that they shared with you and without tapping into their heart space, because it does. Man, I can't help but look at the bottom of the deck, guys. Look at this. Last night, I dreamt we were together. Waking up to the reality of your absence rips my heart, my world into a million pieces. I miss you more than you will ever know. I'm pulling that one. I was guided to look at it, and it makes total sense here. You know, they're craving you, they're fantasizing about you, and it's very sexual in nature. They regret it. If you were dealing with a person, a masculine, who even said this to you, or in any way, shape, or form, if this was the connotation of the conversation, that it was just sex, it was nothing more for them, maybe at the time they said it, there was that element of truth to that, but since then, it's BS. They're trying to convince themselves that that's still the case, and it's now at a point where it's a lie. They're trying to convince themselves that that's all it was, but no. They're waking up to the reality of your absence, and it hurts them. So by hurting you, Divine Feminine, if you relate to this one, they hurt themselves. Let's grab a card from the Thinking Man Oracle. Yeah, they are lying to themselves. Look at this. They aren't admitting to you, perhaps, that Cupid's arrow hit them hard. They're in love with you, but maybe they haven't been able to actually say it. You know, that they haven't been able to just admit to it, that that's actually the case. All right, well, let's grab some tarot. All right, for number 3, right? So we are going to be pulling from the Celestial Cosmos Tarot. Unbelievable. Wow. They're craving you. The thought of you still does things to me. I feel they're in love with you. They're dreaming about you. They miss you. I miss you more than you will ever know. Trying to convince themselves it was just sex and nothing more. Nope. All right, let's see what else. What do we need to know? Look at this. They're ready to come in with that solid offer, but they're going to have to find the courage to actually bring that in. They would love to be able to manifest a new beginning with you, Divine Feminine. But right now, this is a situation that is in need of healing because of how they treated you. They could have said some pretty hurtful words to you if you relate to this one. And I can tell you, though, they've got so many regrets about certain things that they've done or said. So this right here, take advantage of this time, Divine Feminine, because this is you also needing to heal that pain that they put you through. It could have been a rejection. They might have said things that they didn't even mean that were very hurtful. So yeah, there's this need to heal. 4 of Swords is about contemplation and restoration, recuperation, healing. Yep. Look at this. They've been having nightmares, perhaps, because of how they treated you. 9 of Swords. It's depression, it's anxiety, it's despair, it's feeling hopeless. It's very traumatic for this masculine, but they did it to themselves, unfortunately. That's how I see that. They're wishing for you to return. They're wishing to be able to manifest this situation, having you be a part of their life once again. Look at this, Page of Pentacles, seizing that opportunity to come towards you. And I feel, since the masculine is coming in as the Emperor, they will. The Emperor represents Aries specifically. So for some of you guys, maybe your masculine is an Aries, but it can be any sign, really. Yeah. At the end of the day, it boils down to this, which is that 6 of Pentacles, equal give and take, giving and receiving. And that was not happening, clearly. It was not happening before, and they regret it. And now it's affecting them more than you will ever realize, Divine Feminine. Yep. So what this masculine wants is to return, to have you come back. That's what it is that they are wishing for. They may not get it if you aren't on the same page as this person, but they still clearly desire you. They're still craving for you. They're still thinking about you and missing you more than you will ever realize. All right, guys, so I'll leave number 3 right there. Wow, some pretty powerful emotions and messages there. All right, so let's grab one more here. So number 4. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the Divine Masculine. Okay, so if you chose number 4, let's see what the message is here. we have a puzzled masculine. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. All right, so let's see if we can dig a little bit deeper and find out. Angels and spirit guides, please, for number 4, focusing on the divine masculine. Last time I checked, I really can't read your mind, so please talk to me. So this is one of those situations where you guys are not speaking, which could be why they're puzzled. And so they're kind of left to their own defenses to figure this whole situation out. I've been looking at the bottom of the deck. Look at this one. I treasure what we have together. That may very well be the case, but you guys are not speaking right now. You know, they're not a mind reader. Neither of you are. So maybe there's this need to talk face to face. So let's grab a card from here for number 4. This could even be what you said to your masculine, divine feminine. It's like, I can't read your mind. You need to talk to me. And, you know, maybe you were dealing with somebody that wasn't very open with their feelings, but they clearly value the connection. You know? All right, wow. This is the card that's coming through. Look at this. It's been sheer hell since you walked out of my life, but I'm never going to let you know that. And that's why you guys are not speaking, because they're not opening themselves up. Look at the card after that. It does say, I love you. They could very well have all this love in their heart for you, divine feminine. But right now, I feel for number 4, this masculine, they're not opening up their heart space. So let's grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my 10 yellow tarot deck here. So you might have walked out, as that card says. And it hurt them. They're going through hell. But they don't want you to know that they're going through hell. You guys could have been arguing, getting into it, for whatever reason, if you did walk out, divine feminine. So there's this need for patience with this situation. This is a card of restoring balance as well, but it could also be a desire from this masculine to reconcile with you. So they're just going to have to figure it out for themselves. They're going to have to take some sort of action to reach out, to communicate, if they really do treasure the connection. But we could also be dealing with a masculine here who's all about their ego, and they're too in their head about how this is all going to unfold. They don't want to look weak. They don't want to admit that they're actually hurting. You could be dealing with a Sagittarian here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. That's followed by the 7 of Cups. Look at these cards, though. 10 of Cups, and then the Ace of Cups. Look at this. 5 of Swords, clarifying. More than likely, divine feminine, you did walk away from this masculine if you resonate with this one. They're wanting a new beginning, though. Some of you guys could have either already been married, or at least this is what this masculine is wanting, to be able to share a life with you to restore the harmony. If this involved children, maybe the family dynamic was affected as well. They made poor choices, and now through this Wheel of Fortune, because this is a cycle of change, something new coming in, a new cycle, a turning point in this relationship. So in a way, the universe is giving this masculine another opportunity to make different choices to be able to manifest this 10 of Cups. So they can still have all of these amazing experiences with you, but they need to be able to convince you that it's worth walking back into this partnership rather than you continuing to just remain at a distance because of something that they did or said to hurt you. Because the possibility of you guys working this out, it's still reflected right here with the Chariot. You know, a triumphant outcome is still possible. You guys have good luck represented through the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe you guys are still destined to reconnect. A lot of this, though, falls on the divine masculine to be able to reach out, to communicate, to be able to fix the reason why you guys are in separation to begin with. So it's not impossible for a reunion and for you guys to find happiness again. But yeah, they're going to have to earn their way back into your heart, into your life, Divine Feminine. All right, guys, so I'll leave that there. Hopefully there's something here that resonated with you. And again, if this one doesn't make sense for you, you're more than welcome to choose another one. Or just watch the whole thing. Maybe there's bits and parts of it that resonate with you that will kind of paint a story for your situation. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, guys, that info is down below in the description box, as well as the action buttons at the end of this video. It'll take you straight to my website or my deck shop. That's it for now. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.